Perfect. Perfect. Alright, so we've pulled the camber tops way in. Forgive the Globe Master buzzing around. Where is he? There he is. Dude makes so much noise. Anyway, so we got the camber top on this side all the way in. Looks like somebody made a cheeky adjustment so you get zero camber on the R31, S13, blah blah blah. Too bad, didn't know, don't run it. Let's look at that, it's looking a bit better. So we're pretty close. I reckon if we jack this up, it might even just come in a little bit, and we can still like loosen the coil over to the knuckle and sort of move that around a bit, and potentially even get some off-center camber bolts or whatever you want to call them. So just to give you an idea, that's where it's sitting at the moment, with R31 lower control arm at 42 mils of spacers. And then if we look at this side, it's the S13 set up. Now when this comes up, it tucks right up under here quite tight, so we will see what the other side does. But this is S13 lower, or S13 everything basically, with no spacer. So we'll have a look on this side when we jack up that wheel and see what it does. It might roll in a little bit, and if it doesn't, we will adjust that knuckle in there and maybe look about some cambered bolts. But we're getting close. This is promising. This is the other camber adjustment. So just got to slide. There's also other holes in here that we could move this one further along so that you could get it further this way, but I'm just going to put it all the way that way, and I'm pretty sure that will get it dialed. But just in case, we might need to move it one or two further this way, and we can move this one further along as well, I believe. Oh no, just this one can come in. Anyway, so push it across, tighten it up, should be right. Alright, so I've just got a jack under there. It's kind of turning it a little bit, but damn, we are close. I reckon that could actually be passable. I may need to raise the ride height just a quarter of an inch or something, so that when it turns, it doesn't chew my guard out, because these tyres are pretty aggressive, and it is a ridiculously tight fitment up there usually. So I'll have a play with that knuckle to thingo and see what happens, and I think this is going to work. Okay, so that's it. Basically, he's picked up this corner of the car and the wheel is touching the guard, so I think I'm going to have to raise the ride height up just a smidge in the front. But I don't know, I think that could be passable if the cop is blind. We'll see. I reckon it's close enough. Oh yeah, I think we got it. So there was heaps of adjustment in that strut to knuckle joint, even without cambered bolts, and that is looking pretty tidy. So there we go, that's the wheel about dead straight there. That is so close. So the other side actually sits maybe even further out, to be honest. It's hard to tell. But I'll throw it on the jack just quickly and we can have a look when it's at compression. I might still have to raise the ride height just a couple of mil, but ooh, this is going to work and it's going to look great. And I don't care that they're shitty TI wheels. They're my favourite because it's a stock looking car. So we'll go with that. Alright, so that's that full, ride height, I guess you'd say. And look at that, you can fit it. Now I can actually lower it a little bit, I reckon, but we'll see what happens when I get it all back together. So I'm going to run it like this. This is awesome. This will run just fine. I've just got to deal with that tie rod, putting the stock stuff back together. I've got to press new bushes and all that garbage in, mount all the 32 GTR stuff up, and this is going to work. I'm so freaking excited. This was touch and go for a while, to be honest, but yes! Okay, so these are the R31 lower control arms. So as you can see, they're pretty hashed. They're just some mock-up ones RB Factory had that he generously traded some S13 ones for me. And these are all new bushes. So I got these from Angry Industries, so they're ball joints. So that's the part number there, WBJ274. And then these are the urethane mounts or whatever these ones are from Super Pro. So they go in this end, ball joints go on that end, and these are ready to go. So I'll get Luke to help me swap all that around tomorrow probably. And then the front end is more or less done. Just got to swap the brakes over and swap the brake lines and get a wheel alignment after that. Oh, and swap the tie rod in. So totally almost done. This isn't the hardest part at all. Yeah. Alright, so we're around at Luke's to do a bit of pressing. So we got the old stuff out relatively easily, and now we need to press a new one in, and these arms collapse together when you press it. So Luke came up with the genius idea of stealing his dad's custom built socket, cram it in there, and hopefully it doesn't crush anything, either that or we'll be one socket heavy on the arm. Should be sweet.
That is beautiful. Like a finger in a bum, mate.
The real trick, does the socket come out?
Sweet shot, man. I can't see anything with glare.
There it is.
Neither can the viewers.
It's alright, they'll live.
Let's seal it in 10 ton. Nothing but oregano.
Beautiful. Even installed it the right way. Alright, so these are the new 32 GTR calipers and discs, as opposed to the old S13 turbo calipers and disc. So the size comparison, actually pretty similar, but 4 pistons in these ones, only 1 piston in that. So we're going to upgrade. It's going to be great. Alright, so new front brake lines. So these are from R31 chassis to R32 GTR calipers. Hell makes them, RB factory stock them. They're an awesome product. I believe they're even ADR approved. So run that from here over to the caliper when it gets on, but first we're going to replace the lower control arm with the R31 lower control arm and the tire end and rack end as well, back to the R31 gear, and then we're good to go. Anyway, Luke.
R32 master cylinder going into an R31. We've cranked it on its side for obvious performance upgrades. The camber pot for left-hand turns only. This is a NASCAR. They run right or left? I have no idea. But yeah, so the R32's only got this one front outlet here. So what we've done is we've split it here, fucked up all these lines in a delicious way, and then the rear just runs straight up into that rear output there. Hopefully she works.
Perfect. So no one could see anything of that, but don't do it anyway because it's sacrilegious and you're probably going to crash and die, but we're prepared for that.
It's going to work.
Alright, so I'm just pulling the old tire ends off. So I think these are N14 Pulsar rack ends, and then these are S14 tire ends. Maybe that's vice versa. I can't fucking remember. It's been so many years. I got it off of like an R31 wiki or something like that for S13 front end conversions. So pretty much undo the jam nut. You can loosen this off, cut the zip ties off the rubber boot at both sides without fucking up the boot, and then you can drag that all the way off the end. And then this is the rack end, and it threads onto the rack itself, and usually they've got a bit of a flat section so you can get a spanner on there. For some reason these ones don't, so a pipe wrench is great for that. Make sure you got it in the correct orientation, and then the teeth bite in because they're opposing, and that locks itself onto the pipe and then spins it off. So that was great. I used a jack in conjunction with that because it's kind of awkward under here. So you can spin that off then, and then the next one that goes on is just the R31 standard stuff, and it should be sweet. So just ripping all this off now, hold all that back on, and we'll have some steering finally, and then we'll just put the brake lines on, and the front end setup is assembled, and then just got to bleed the brakes and get a wheel alignment, and it's done.